So if I'm a lumberjack and I want to split wood, I would basically set up straight over this, nice and level. Notice my grip is nice and neutral, and I'm just going straight up and straight down through the wood. Now, what if I wanted to cut down my tree? Well, I'm going to have to get behind this tree. Notice where my head position is. So this is my head position for when I want to chop down a tree. Which one applies to golf? Well, we want to send the ball that way. So notice my head position is proper for moving the ball in that direction. So why is it that most of you are setting up to split wood and wondering why your head position can't stay behind the ball? Find out in this video. So you obviously have the gist, right? We have a grip and club relationship that's going to allow us to stamp the ball in that direction. So if I'm standing too far back here, well, I'm going to tend to hit the ground and top the ball on the way up. If I'm standing too far in front here, I'll tend to have to reach back. So I got to set up my head in a position that's going to allow me to drill the ball straight through this door frame and in that direction. So what happens to most of you is in the backswing, you let your head drift forward. So now, how in the world am I going to get the ball to go that way properly now? Well, I'm going to have to reach back. And as I reach back, well, this one's going to start chicken winging on me, and I'm going to have to flip the wrists as I'm reaching back. That's why you see all those improper swing positions, is because you're not staying with your task. It really is that simple. So you stick an alignment rod in the ground, nice and vertical there when you're on the range, put a ball right up against that alignment rod, and do a couple of back and throughs this way. Go check out a really cool video we have that's called the jackknife drill, Shawn Clement on YouTube. So we set up the jackknife and then we go back and through, feeling how the head is staying in that position, and we're gliding around that head position. If the head gets pulled forward because you're going for the ball, so now if I put the ball down here and I take this door frame reference out of the way, if all of a sudden I try to hit the ball, the first thing that's going to happen is your head's going to tip forward. Now you're in front of the ball, driving down too steep, taking too deep a divot, pulling left, slicing right. The ball of wax is endless. So I want to feel like I'm cutting through a dandelion stem in that direction with the sole of the club. So if I'm cutting through a dandelion stem, that's the same thing as chopping down a tree. Notice how I have access to my target now? So now all I got to do is swing around this beautiful axis of my head position. And everything is now free in front of me. And now we have a beautiful shot sailing out there and onto the green. Now, let's look at ball position and head position on a fairway wood and a driver. Don't go away. Now, before Moo unleashes a 300-yard plus 3-wood on cruise control, for you guys to really dig into this information, because we're so confident about it, we want to give you the ability to get on our premium channel first month free. So at checkout, go to Wisdom 10, all in caps, Wisdom, and the number's 1010. So put in Wisdom 10, get your first month free at wisdomandgolfpremium.com. Let's get to Moo. So here's where the poundage happens. When you've got your head in the right position, you can get through that ball and really crush it. And who better to demonstrate this than number 74 in the world of long drive with a 3-wood, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So let me see you take your position.
Okay.
Look how strong that grip is. See that? Strong grips are excellent because we're getting ready to chop the tree down this way. That's really key. Notice where his head is in relationship to that door frame. So when he takes that backswing, and then comes back in slow motion, look at how good that head looks, and you see how he's ready to pound through that door frame? So now if you back up, Moo, and go ahead and execute the shot.
Okay.
That looked really good. How'd it feel?
A lot better, yeah.
What gives you the ability, say, look at the path coming from the inside. If your head moves forward, that won't happen. Look at the nice angle of attack. If your head were to move forward, that would be a lot steeper, and because Moo's got a really nice lag, it's got a really docile angle of attack coming through. And then because his head stayed back, it anchored his release, and he gets a draw and an axis of rotation that goes to the left. So we have this beautiful 290-yard carry, 311. That would be one of my good drives, and he's just doing a cruise 3-wood at this, right?
Yeah.
So, nice demo, Moo.
Thanks, Shawn.
All right, the moment you've been waiting for, driver time. See how I put the tee right up next to that? So I want to feel now that I'm catching that tee on the way up. So look where my head is. I'm facing here. I'm not facing the tee. I'm going to pop fly the ball. I'm going to go clean underneath the ball from here. But from here, I feel like I can clip the tee on the way up and into that door frame and get my positive angle of attack that's going to increase my launch, decrease my spin, and give me phenomenal numbers on my driver. So from there, you want to feel like you're revolving around that nice head position on the way up. So this is why it's so important for you to see in your mind the blur of the club as you're swinging back and forth right here. So if I take a couple of practice swings, see how I'm going to be catching the tip of the tee on the way up. So if I do a little fade, I want to catch that tip of tee on the way up and to the left of the intermediate point. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. If I tilt forward, that's pop fly, that's pull left, that's slice city. So notice I have to maintain the ability to stay with my task. I got it throughout. So watch how my head just stays right there and I'm gliding around it. There's how you do it.